Hi, we are now on our way to Santa Pod. We've now stopped at Crawley Services on the way. I say van loaded and everything. I tell you what, my eyes are really bad at the moment. I don't know whether it's overtiredness or whether it's a bit of hay fever. I don't normally get hay fever, but I believe a few more people have been getting it this year than normal. Anyway, we're on our way to Santa Pod. We can get in just before 6 o'clock, or before 6 o'clock they say, tonight, because we are championships not till Sunday. Now it's Friday today, so we normally wouldn't let us in till Saturday at 8 a.m. But I want to be set up tonight and check the bike over and get everything ready for tomorrow for some testing tomorrow, and we'll see how we'll go from there. So this is just a little update of where we're up to. I say we're on our way. Crawley Services on the M6. We've got about 50 miles to go, maybe less than that. And but it gets a bit single track lane after this, so towing with the van, with the caravan, it gets a bit bumpy. So the roads to Santa Pod are not great, but anyway, I'll speak to you soon when we get there and let you know how we get on. So I'll speak to you later. Hi, it's Sunday. Yesterday I didn't run. The wind, we had 45 mile an hour gust wind, and because it wasn't actually a championship round yesterday, I decided not to run, save the bike and save myself for today. As you can hear, that noise is hailstone. It's what time is it? It's about 2 in the afternoon. It's hailstoning now. I've had 3 runs. First of all, I've run 2 runs with normally aspirated. Oh, it's coming to the window. Let me close the window. It's like friggin' winter again. Anyway, I had 3 runs, normally aspirated. First one was a 10.8, but I spun up really bad off the line and it kicked sideways. I had to shut off basically. I hope I didn't get thrown off. That was fine. So that was only a 10.8. Bike felt quick, but obviously it's first of the year, so everything will feel quick at first. Then I lowered the tyre pressure down. Did a slightly longer burnout, and I did a 10.01 dead. Sounds like someone's doing a burnout here. Oh, stunt guys over the other way. 10.01 dead, normally aspirated. The 60 foot was still shocking, but a lot better than before. And when I got grip, it was 1.8 60 foot. Now I'm normally doing 1.5s, low 1.5s. Anyway, I decided to come back around and do a run with the gas. But I had a problem off the line on the gas. It was like kangarooing, and one of the guys when he was watching it saying what it was is the rear wheel was skipping. It was unloading the rear tyre, spinning and then gripping, spinning and gripping, so it was kangarooing, and the rear shock wasn't playing ball. So that was only a 10.18. Now I should be a second quicker than all that really, and that was with gas, and it would have been worse than that without the gas, but obviously it was one of them. Once I was on the track, I just had to get to the end anyway. So anyway, I've had a look at the shock. There was absolutely no rebound dampening on it. Absolutely none at all. It was just plain bouncing on the shock, really, rear shock. So I had a twiddle with some of the dials and that, put it up to max, and it seems like it's got a rebound dampening back now. Now, whether there was a fault with the shock and it sort of jammed in a certain position where the oil wasn't moving, I don't know, but it seems to be playing ball. But since then, we've had heaving down rain. They've just swept the track, dried it, and now we've just had heaving down hailstone, which is just up, and the wind's picked up again. Even though it went off before, it looked like we were going to be good, but it's not. Now with the time I've got no idea where I am in the basically in the top whatever. I don't think I'm going to be in the top 8, which is qualification. I know the fastest of the day so far was 9.18, not overall but in my class. Turbo booster, done that, very well set up, and there's a couple of people done 9.3s, 9.5s, 9.8s, so I'm probably way down. But anyway, I can't tell without going up the top end, so we'll see, and I'll get back to you shortly. But it's looking grim, as you can probably see from the weather out there. Hailstone on the windows. I'm just sitting in the caravan now and see what I'm. Still got my leathers on, still got everything on underneath here, still all strapped up and everything, back protected, ready to go. Just, we can't exactly do it in this weather, and it's a bit disappointing, but I think I'm going to have a look at either getting another shock or getting one redone. Everyone's recommending Hagon. shocks, because they will also set how much travel you want, so you might only have 20-30 mil travel rather than the long travel you normally have on a road bike. And basically I might give them a call and see what they'll do for me, because I can't really race the way with the shock is at the moment. Even if it seems to be alright now, when I get out there on the track it might not be. I might just revert back to what it was. Right, anyway, I'll let you go and I'll keep it informed. Unfortunately it's not been very eventful at the moment, but this is the way things are going, and for once my eyes feel good today. You know, I've been absolutely exhausted the last few days. The wife's disappeared. I don't know if she's hiding in the loo or she's disappeared off somewhere, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the kettle on and I'm going to stick the friggin' heating on as well and close some windows, because I think we've got ice in here. Someone's starting the bike up. They must be mad, because it's black clouds over there. Look at that there. I just see absolutely black. It's coming this way. So anyway, I'll speak to you shortly. Hi all, I'm back home after round one of the championship. Now, it wasn't very successful for most people over the weekend. As I say, Saturday, which was a rung Santa Pod done, which was more of a test day, we ended up having 45-mile-an-hour winds. I didn't want to take the chance and the punt of wasting nitrous into a headwind, and so I didn't go out on that day. I just concentrated on getting the bike ready for the Sunday. Now, the Sunday, the wind was down to about 20 mile an hour, 20-ish headwind, but with it being the actual championship round, I had to go out and give it a go. So I went out on my 9-1 index class thingy. I ended up only doing 3 runs. The first run was only a 10.8, and that was because I spun up really badly first, nearly went sideways, nearly went off the track. Obviously rolled the throttle off, got it back, and I said go to the end of the track anyway, so it was almost like an aborted run. Second, and that was normally aspirated. Run number 2, normally aspirated with a lower tyre pressure, slightly longer burnout, to try and see if I can get it to grip. And it gripped a bit better. It was only a 1.860 foot, which is still diabolical for me. It should be on 151s, but with a different swing arm in, and I'll explain to you as well, we eventually found out after run number 3 that the rear shock had no rebound dampening, so it was skipping. So it was like unloading, then spinning, and then loading again, gripping, spinning. So it was kangarooing. On the 3rd run it did that. And one of the guys spotted it, and we checked it, and it was definitely just like, felt like just the spring was operating. So I thought, geez, the shock's knackered. So I had a little play with the compression dampener, rebound dampening, and whacked it up, and it seemed to have got some rebound dampening back, but I didn't get a chance to go out on another run after that. So the second run I did a 10.01, normally aspirated, gripped a bit better, but I say 60 foot wasn't that great, and we were running into a headwind. So then I thought, we had grip, so I thought I'd go out and try the nitrous as well, but that was where it was skipping, and it was a bad 60 foot again. It was over 2 seconds again, just. And we did a 10.18, I think it was, a 10.18 at 149. And then, as I say, we found the problem, but the hailstone come down. And then after the hailstone come down, it brightened up, and we thought, great, and the wind dropped. I thought, ideal time to get out once they'd sorted the track out, dried the track out. But then the heavens opened. So it was quite unsuccessful, and ended up finishing 12th out of 16, which is not ideal. It's probably the worst round I've had. But on a plus side, the bike seemed to be running, as I was saying, on a plus point, the bike was running sweet. It was running sweet. It was taking longer to warm up, which was good because of the oil cooler we fitted, and it felt nice except for that rear shock. Everything seemed to go feeling great, and so on. So I'm going to make a phone call to Maxton Engineering or Hagon, I'm not sure which one yet, to try and get a shock done, hopefully before the next round. The bike, I say, is in the van, so I might have to take the van down there with him and let him have a look. But there's not much space in the van. We have to clear space around it or get it out. So anyway, we're going to look at that, get a better shock done. I do have a spare shock in there, which was done by K-Tech, which I say has been good. That shock that's on it has done 3 years, but it seems to be losing the dampening on it now. But this other one's probably done a year's worth, so I might throw that on and then get this other one redone by Maxon or something, or get them to build one, and see if I can reduce the travel in it as well. So that means when the bike squats, it will not hit the under tray because it'll only be a certain amount of travel. But anyway, that's round 1. I'll get back to you shortly. Hopefully with more H2 builds is what I'm planning, because I think I'm only changing the wheelbase for the next round on the drag bike, and hopefully get this shock done. But I need to make some phone calls first. Alright then, I'll speak to you shortly. On another point, we'll just get my check socket on Thursday, and it's a hard socket. It's a hard plastic with just carbon fibre strengthening. It was quite difficult walking. There was a lot of sores in the groin, and a lot of back pain because I've not been used to it. So that was really putting a strain on me sense of humour and me stress levels. So, but we muscled on through it. It seemed to be alright. As I say, the caravan we've got now, which is an old caravan, but it's new to us, has actually got heating and everything. That was a good point as well. We had nice toasty heating and no bed to make up, every morning. We just, with it being fixed bed. But anyway, try and make life as comfy as possible while I'm there, and hopefully things go better. So that's part of the plan. And the other issue we've been having is I've got 600 psi in the nitrous bottles. Ideal operating is around about 8.5, 900. But the problem is the bottle heaters don't seem to warm it up enough. So I'm going to have to find another way of warming the bottles before we go out. I've got a few ideas, but we'll see what's what. Because I can't really use the bike battery, it'll just flatten it, no end. So I've got a couple of other ideas and see what goes on with that. And we need to get the temperature up, because then we'll get a better boost of nitrous on it as well anyway. But more importantly, I need to get those starts right now. If I get those starts right, things will be good. If I can get the starts right, the bike should be as close to 9.2, 9.3, but with someone lighter on, even past 9.1. But if I get the starts right and the nitrous right, it should be under the 9s. But we'll see. And we'll just have to, take every step as it comes. I'll speak to you shortly. I'm trying to be bright. A bit tired now. It's about 9 o'clock at night, so I'm going to settle down now. Just got back. As I say, it was called off in the end with the rain coming down, so we all left a bit earlier. Got home a bit earlier. Normally not home till about 10, half 10, but a bit earlier today. So I'll speak to you shortly. Anyway, try.